Greetings, folks. This is Bob from Daily Enduring Truth. And if you notice that cover picture that I uploaded to YouTube, hopefully it worked out, you'll see my winner's shirt from NaNoWriMo 2020. What that means for those of you who don't know about NaNoWriMo is I completed 50,000 words or more toward a novel during the month of November. Now, I'm still working on finishing it up. But I wrote a novel which has it's an interesting look at the vampire story. As I was thinking about it, I realized the vampire story is really a theological statement. It's the ultimate story of good versus evil. And I think I have an interesting twist on the story. And if it ever gets published, I hope you'll at least have a chance to look at it. Speaking of publishing, I got news this just today that I knew I had a devotional being published in an anthology that a friend is putting together, and I got news today that it's been released, and I didn't realize it had been, but it's been out for about 3 days. And I will put a link in the comments about that as well, because I think it's a pretty good devotional book. Now, when I say that, realize I'm looking at the other writers, and I'm feeling like a minnow among a bunch of sharks, because we have some very great writers in the midst of that group. And I just feel honored to be a part of that group. The proceeds from that book will go to mission work in the Himalayas, and I'm very excited about the opportunity to be a part of that. And so I just wanted to let you know that's part of what's going on today. And so having some good news happening in life. My wife is getting closer to retirement. She seems to be improving with her health, so things are going well. And wouldn't you know, if you're like me, you're one of these people that thinks God's going to bring the end times just before everything gets perfect. I mean, you're just where you want it to be, and boom, he comes back again. The end times is a discussion that a lot of people have. And in today's story, we begin, Mark 13 deals with the end times. And Jesus deals with it from two perspectives. One is the end of Jerusalem, and the other is the end of time. And so the disciples look at the buildings of the temple and say, "Isn't that beautiful, man? That's amazing. That's fantastic." And how often do we do the same thing? We look at a beautiful building and say, "Wow, that'll be there forever." Only it's not. It falls into disrepair. It gets torn down to be replaced by something else. And we get so enamored with this magnificent on the outside that we fail to remember the magnificence of God on the inside. And Jesus tells us how to deal with these issues of worrying about the end times. Now, it's not necessarily bad to do, but more importantly is that we're living each day for Him. So that's the key, I think, this week as we look at it. We get so enamored with the magnificence of the building. We get so caught up in the temporary things of life. In the devotional, I describe it as refrigerator art. You know what refrigerator art is? You know, your little child draws you a picture. And if you want to put it on an artistic value of 1 to 100, it's a -2. But your child drew it for you. So what do? You put it on the refrigerator. And every time he goes by, he says, "Mom and Dad thought enough about me that they put that there." And every time you look at it, you say, "Well, it may not be much, but it's my son's work." And I think somehow that's the way God is with the things that we do. We think we're doing something for Him, and it's really refrigerator art compared to the amazing greatness that He has in store for us. But folks, keep doing the refrigerator art. Keep showing God you love Him, and keep sharing His love and grace with others. So I hope you have a chance to read the devotional. It is about the end times and about what Jesus had to say there. I hope you'll have a chance to subscribe. Remember, the more subscribers we have, the more different things we can do with this video. So I do appreciate your help and your subscriptions. I'm going to be doing some changes in writing at the beginning of the year, and I'll explain more about that as we go along, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So thanks for being with me today. It's good to see you, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free. You'll have a great day. And it's the beginning of the Christmas season, so enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the story of Christmas, the birth of Jesus. Have a great one.